Hi lads, you well? How are you, Lenny? What's the crack? Welcome to this watch-along. St. Patrick's Athletic host Dundalk. I'm just catching the end of Finn Harps and Sligo here, guys. 5 minutes of injury time. We're into the first minute. Harps putting a bit of pressure on late on here, guys. I don't know if you are watching this or have watched any of it, but good. Oh, it's in! No, it's a save. What a save by Ed McGinty, guys. What a save. What a match-winning save. I thought that was in. I think it was Adam Foley with a header. So a bit of drama late on here before we get on to Pats and Harps in the corner and Dundalk. McGinty does well again. What a save by McGinty. I don't know if you've seen that, guys, but hope you're all doing well anyway for a start. A couple of games this evening. Draw to take on Derry as well, which is going to be an interesting game as well. Lenny, I don't know because it's hard to see. I need to go back and have a proper look, but if he even touches Siddiqui with his head, it's a red card. It's violent conduct. The question is, did he actually make contact at all? So I'm not, if I'm honest. Prediction Pats 3, Dundalk 0. I don't know. We'll get on to that in a few minutes. I'll get on into the teams and my opinions on the lineups and that. But this is a bit of here come Harps again. McNamee might whip it in. What a save McGinty a second ago. I don't know if anyone's watched it, if they've seen that, but if you didn't see it, top class save. I literally thought it was in. McNamee can't keep it in and it's gone out. This would be a big win for Sligo if they could get it going into the break. Wouldn't it? 2 back-to-back away wins. If they can get it. Very open game of football, I have to say, overall. Congratulations, Matthew. I hope you've done well. Fair play to you. Shame you won't have the viral lines for the Waterford game tomorrow. Yeah, true. Although, Lenny, no disrespect to Waterford, but if you could pick a game where they're away, on the other hand, Feely going in right back is fine. The question is Cornwall back? I'm not too sure. You might know that yourself. Otherwise, Feely in is fine, I think, anyway. Second year, by the way. Still 2 minutes to go. Obviously, it's like of everyone behind the ball now. And Harps are coming on here. Guys, if you've just joined as well, if you wouldn't mind giving a thumbs up, be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you haven't already. And a shot for Harps is well wide, actually. Well wide. It looks like, unless something happens here, it looks like Harps Sligo are going to win this 2-1. I'll just go through, guys, the Dundalk team. It looks like a 4-4-2. What's interesting about it is the fact that Hooban is back and he starts alongside McMillan, which could be very dangerous for Pats. Go over there. What? Oh, right, okay. Sorry. 4-4-2 it looks like here. Cornwall Infinity bottom. Yeah, you want one of them back anyway. Beebe's in goal anyway. Jurkovska's right back. It looks like Shields is centre back, interestingly, guys, with Andy Boyle. Val Adokun is left back. What are you doing? In midfield, we've got Sam Stanton, Greg Sloggett, Patrick McElhenney, and it looks like, Stanton and Sloggett are in the centre. McElhenney on the right, Duffy on the left with McMillan and Hooban up front. So very attacking from Dundalk. Pats. A lot of talk that Coughlin isn't playing. I understand it because I think he's been bollocks, if I'm honest with you guys, the last few weeks. Ronan Coughlin looks excited. We're going to see this through. But my only issue is, Pats are playing a striker. They're playing Matty Smith. They're playing Matty Smith up front, so they are. And King is in behind. I'm not too keen on that, to be honest. Midfield, Forrester, Lennon, Benson, no issues. Back three, Yaris is in goal. Mountain and Birmingham as the wing backs. Desmond Bone, Barrett, centre backs. I'd be worried the Pats don't have enough attacking threat in them, to be honest, because Sligo have hung on and won the game. Big win for them. because Mountney and Birmingham wouldn't be the most dynamic of wing backs, if you get me. So a lot depends on King and Smith. They're lacking a bit of cohesion there, I think. All right. Well, Hubin and McMillan up front. Yeah, exactly. On their day, Lenny. Pat's 3 at the back as well, and they would have known that. So I haven't been too impressed with Paddy Barrett yet, guys. Desmond and Bowen have done well for the most part. But in the last... What's Ollie Horgan doing here? Oh, he's shaking the hands. I thought he was up to something. I'm just going to put in a Pats game here. What a save by McGinty there at the end, though. Unbelievable save to get the draw. I thought it was in. I thought it was passing. But yeah, Pats, I'm not sure they've enough attack and threat. I think they've been a bit, in the last 2 weeks, they've been a little bit ropey at the back, if I'm honest, Pats. Dundalk on their day can cause serious issues with the players they have in their team, so they're going to have to be better there. But Coughlin, the issue I have with Coughlin, I think I did say when we signed Coughlin, he's not going to score loads of goals. But he's a very clever player. My issue is that for Pats, even more so than Sligo, guys, he's out in the left, out in the right, and coming too deep far too often for me. He's doing an awful lot of work out the field. He's bollocks the last few weeks. He really is. Would have liked to have seen Melvin Lambert play up front because he's a striker. If he's not good enough. How's the ribs now? The same, to be honest with you. I can't sleep at night, really. Last night I woke up and I just tried to get up and they're sore. They're going to be like that for a while, unfortunately. But more importantly, I missed football for 2 months. But there you go. Here he starts us tomorrow, especially Divine up. Yeah, here he though. I don't know. Is he ready for a game, Lenny? Is he able to come in and play? That's the question. How do you see this game, guys? I've just named the teams there pretty much. One area where I think Pats will, I've kind of said how Pats might struggle a bit, but one area where I think Pats might be on top is the midfield, because Benson, Forrester and Lennon is up there. You're coming up against what looks like, go back into the team, because I think Shields is centre back. He couldn't possibly be midfield the way they're lined up again. Hang on. Don't know what's going on outside. It looks like, yeah, Stanton and Sloggett in midfield. So if you're starting to Sloggett up against Forrester, Benson and Lennon, you'd suspect Pats will win that battle. Yeah, they need a reaction, Lenny. They've been poor though all season. A disgrace, actually. But one of the most interesting things about the team they've mentioned, I've named there, only 3 new signings are playing, which is interesting. Oh yeah, I know what you mean, Jake. Yeah, but to be honest, I think I know. I think I have it, to be honest with you. Looking at them, but what was I saying there? Yeah, I mean they've dropped an awful lot of new signings, which is interesting. So interesting game actually because of the change. And by the way, I think if Pats beat Dundalk here, guys, you're never sure because you think Dundalk are still capable of going and run because of the quality they have. But Pats were to beat Dundalk tonight, I'm calling it. I think they're out of the European race, to be honest, because I think Bowles look like they're improving a bit as well. He is a good young player, Lenny. I've seen him play a couple of times. Yeah, he is a good young player. It's amazing if the likes of Darragh Leahy there. Like, I'd take him at Pats all day long. He rarely plays. If I was to pick one area for Pats to improve, if they could improve, for me, I know I said they've a lack of goal threat, but that's more tonight as well. But I think the full backs or wing backs, depending, because sometimes they play forward the backs, sometimes wing backs as well. I don't think they're dynamic enough. Look, Bermo's been a great player for Pats, but he's obviously not dynamic anymore. At the moment, Jake, they are in the European race, to be fair. Let's be honest. It's difficult to know as the season goes on, would they be able to hang in there? And they probably wouldn't like it if the players and the management, the people start talking about them in terms of qualifying for Europe. They'd rather go under the radar. But that's what happens when you do well, guys. The radar suddenly disappears. Hubert McMillan be interesting up front to see if they can actually combine as a strike force. So I think that's the thing. Good man, Jake. Yeah, Shields is gone. Definitely gone. Yeah, we'll see what happens, Craig. We don't know what's going to happen, but I know for a fact that a number of the older players, a number of say Kenny's troops want to leave the club, and that might include some of those players. So Waterford are going under the radar. They're playing bad on purpose. Who've been Linfield as well. Yeah, it's honestly they're a lot of them they do want out of the club. Interestingly, since I heard that news though, they've been starting. I'm not listening to the commentary. That's the great thing. Oh, you commentating in your game? Yeah, hard luck. When I'm doing this, I don't really listen to commentary too much, if I'm honest. Match underway anyway. Jeez, starting with head tennis here. Sea lines all over the park. Yeah, I think so. But see, yeah, I'll come back to the point. It is interesting that they're restoring a lot of these players into the team, and a lot of their new signs have got dropped recently. Personally, I think they've brought in too many players from too many countries. Like you've got Norway, you've got players coming from Africa, players coming from Korea. It's just too all over the place. But it'd be interesting to see if Macmillan and Huber can actually link up as a strike force. On paper, it looks good, but it'll be interesting to see if they can actually link up. Robbie Benson is huge, though. I think he's been a big loss for Pats. See him there pressing the ball there and they give it away and give it to Forrester. Little things like that, guys. It's amazing what, off the ball, Benson's probably as good as he is on the ball, if you like. Mountney on the right wing. Can Mountney get ball in? He's just a Billy King. King does well. Sometimes too many touches from King, and that was an example there. Sometimes he needs to hold on to the ball a bit better, Billy King, in my opinion. Hello from behind the goal. All right, Keane, hope you're going well. Romantic comments. I'm not complaining, yeah. Football reviews. How you doing? What's that thing there? Sorry. One last one. I can't remember. I don't think she does me on Pats very often. But I watched that many games, guys. I won't remember who's on watch. Who's on what? It's a big game for Pats, though, in terms of as well. I mean, I'm not saying they're in a title race, but if they have any idea of going with Sligo, so to speak, they probably need to win this one. Sligo can play excellent football. I think they're brilliant on the counter-attack, but defensively they've been the best team this season as well so far. And they're digging out results as well as playing good football at times. Parker starting, yeah. Don't laugh at him, Jake. He'll probably get his first goal of the season against you if you laugh at him. Free kick Pats here, who've started probably the better side, and it looks like, again, not listening to commentary, so I don't really hear. Imagine it's Forrester, but it looks like there's a Memney over there. Oh, good ball. Oh. Yeah, could Barrett have done better there, potentially? I think, I suppose, to discuss a minute Pats during the window, I don't think Dundalk will do much actually in the window. Pats, O'Donnell was saying he doesn't want to change too much, obviously, because you don't want to change too much the dynamic of the squad now. But I do think they're short in areas that they need. Like Mountain is the only actual right back to have, and I don't really consider him a right back as such. And centre back they're short as well. Like they're playing three at the back today. They're the three centre backs they have really at the club. So they could probably do another centre back, I'd imagine, and another right back, and probably a striker. If they're not considering Melvin really, then they kind of need a striker. If I'm honest with you, Alfie Lewis, I wouldn't be too pissed if he went back. To be honest, I'd like to see McCormack getting ahead of him anyway. That's need to just hang on the top for. I do think they need to add to the squad, Dara, to be honest. I do think Bowles' squad is stronger. So I think if Bowles might catch Pats slowly as the season goes on, unless Pats make a few tweaks. As I said, they only have three centre-backs at the club and they often play with three centre-backs. If one of them is injured, then O'Donnell has to play a back forward, you get me? Even if he wants to play half back three, he must play a back four. So that's a bit of an issue there as well. Also, I don't really rate Barrett, if I'm completely honest. You know, Hooven getting the ball late. And up front, the dynamic still isn't right for me with Pats there. As I say, Coughlin I like as a player. Does too much work, though, off the ball, if you like, left, right, and coming deep. You need to have him in a centre a little bit more often, like, you know what I mean? In my opinion, link up with a Smith or a King. Smith, again, I know they're dynamic, but he's terrible from ball there. He's been a bit iffy the last few weeks, I have to say. Hooven has it. Crosses in, away by, I think it was Lee Desmond there. Can't really remember what I was saying because you get distracted then what happens. Oh, for God's sake, did he? You'd had Jamie McGrath, isn't that right? Yeah, Jamie McGrath be some signing for anyone. Very congested, actually, around the middle of the park there. Stupid fella standing. Oh, it was Paddy Barrett down there. Honestly, like, I don't know. I won't say too much. Peter Cherry or a BB? Neither. Neither. Oh, you're talking about Jake there. Yeah, Jake might get onto that there. I'll just leave that in there. Like, that's a clumsy foul from Barr. Just simple things. Like, I mean, he's gone away from goal. There's no need to make a foul there. Here comes Yaris. Does well-ish. And brings the ball away for Pats and gets a nice throw out to the right side where Mountney is waiting. Mountney get a haircut. I wonder if I wouldn't recognise him. I tell you what, they made a mistake with. We Talk United. Are you a Dundalk fan? Oh, they moved to Atrada. They made a big mistake letting him go. Very, very, very good young goalkeeper. Really good. I'm not sure what Benson was in there, to be honest. We kind of got across the two minds, I think. Yeah, it's pity. Yeah, well, you know, RT at this stage. This is the last game. Not the last game, guys. Isn't this the last Watch LOI weekend as such? I still think that's too slow, Craig, to be honest with you personally. My view, I think that's too slow. Honestly. You know. Guys, if you've just joined, please like the video. Be greatly appreciated, and subscribe if you are new. Where the hell is just checking something here, boys. Don't mind me for now. The worst thing for Pats in a way coming into this game is Dundalk is a 5-1 against Bowls. In a way, it makes it harder. Good ball by Smith. Here's Billy King now. Make the right decision, Billy. Come on, Billy. Good play, Billy King. Better play, Billy King, that time. He frustrated me a little bit against Derry at times, I have to say. Mind you, the pitch. I don't know. I remember Sligo and Robbie had you on. Oh, fair play, fair play. Cheers, man. Your dad gets the second dose tomorrow and annoys me. See, that's my point, Craig. I think I made that point somewhere before. Is that still people that get second doses still won't be allowed in, which doesn't make sense, like, you know, to me. You know, don't say first. Exactly, Craig. Yeah, exactly, Craig. Yeah. It's a channel LOI. This one, I'm guessing. Yeah, it is. Yeah, Irish Footy Blogs. Yeah, League of Ireland. Oh, Watch LOI. Is that what he means? I don't know. Is the channel LOI? I'm guessing. Is that what you mean? It's on Watch LOI. Yeah. That's what you mean. Who do you think is going to win between Derry City and Drogheda, guys? Let's check actually elsewhere. I know there's first division games going on as well, so. Wexford lead 1-0 Cabinteely. Woohoo! Kyle Robinson on loan from St. Pat's, by the way, with the goal. 2-1 draws, 0-0 in that at this minute in time. At loan lead UCD 1-0 as well. So Wexford ahead of Cabinteely and at loan lead against UCD. And yeah. Good Lennon have shot there. Good ball out to Mountain. Have a strike, why not? Narrowly wide. It was a shitty kind of a strike, wasn't it? Gary Deegan hat-trick. Imagine scenes. Like, it fell to him nicely, didn't it? Like, he just never hit it, like. Football reviews. I have to stick with Shamrock Rovers, but I'm not as 100% as I was, put it that way. But they do have Richie Towell coming in, which make a big thing. Sligo are doing very well at the moment, as I said. Great save by McGinty to get them the points tonight there as well, late on. Look, they're doing well, Sligo. They've got good players. Like, they're very good counter-attacking side. Can dig out results, play well, but they've also the best offensive record in the league so far too. Carl Fitz. Great, people often say that's me when they say it just cave at Simon scores, like, you've scored for Wexford. What a tackle by Matty Smith there. But Matty Smith's very deep. Like, I commend the work rate, but you need attackers. Was he the best player last season? I'll be honest, I can't say I've seen much of Salford last season. He had a spell where he was very good, though. Lenny, yeah. I think they had Lenny. They had I seen there one of the videos. It's 60 views in 2 hours or something, and then they had 3,000 or 4,000 views an hour later or something. They clearly insert and put the money into the views at that point. When the likes and the views, when the likes and the views don't correlate, like, you know what I mean? There you're 1-0 up. Because you can't pay for likes. Or there you're 1-0 up. Who scored, Lenny? 5 hard attacks to keep McGinty. Yeah, I mean, that save at the end, your compadres, that save at the end was just unbelievable. I thought it was in. I was calling it here because I'd come on for I was live for the last 5 minutes of that game or something, or the injury time 5 minutes, and I honestly thought it was in. It was an unbelievable save, possibly save of the season, actually. And in the context, definitely save of the season. It was a good open game of football, I have to say, and Harps played. McElhenney, come on. Bones getting booked here, but again, I've no replay, so it's hard to see. Probably a bit of a stupid lunge, to be honest. Coming back to Shamrock Rovers? Do you think so? I don't know. I mean, Rovers have enough players out there, surely, in that position as well. I take my Pats, though. That's where Pats, I think, if Pats are 2 dynamic fullbacks, like, say, Drogheda, I think it would make a serious difference to their team. He's not on 7.5k a week, no. He's on high, though. He's on 4. 7.5k. Ooh! Does Yaris get a touch? Great free kick, McElhenney. Very clever from Patrick McElhenney. He's a very clever footballer, as we all know. Suffered with injuries as well. But Yaris was he was focused. He was on hand and focused to save that. Good chance for Dundalk there. Yeah, there you're 1 up, all right. Just called by somebody. Here's a corner for Dundalk, whipped in. Still the same in first division. Yeah, it was a very good save. He had to be clued into that. and very sneaky. The strange signing. Which one's a strange signing? Who are we talking about here? Is it Zahibi? Is it Zahibo we're talking about? I think they made a lot of strange signings, to be honest. Doc's come into it a little bit. Pat's probably started a little bit better. Nothing special or anything, but the Mounty chance is a good chance, but he fluffed. That's a terrible ball. Who was that? Careless play has come into it. Jesus, Sam Bone here because he's booked. He can't really do anything. Bone has been a little bit all over the shop in the last few weeks, I have to say, guys. Started brilliantly, but I don't know. Defensively, Pats aren't quite there, in my opinion, the last few weeks. They're getting turned easier or something. There we are, 1-up. I can't find it. Will patch him with the goal. Probably Derry's best player this season, actually, I'd argue. So Pats is passing there. If you're going to be playing Hollywood passes, you kind of need to be making them because otherwise you're giving away easy possession. Pats should win. Nice try, Robbie Benson. Tried to win a free kick there and the referee wasn't buying it. Kevin, are you still here? Kevin Callahan. Just want to ask you what you made of the red card for Romeo Parks. To be honest, I can't really see it properly, so it's very difficult to say. Oh, ball in. Comes out to... And Dundalk hook it away. Bermo playing head tennis again. There's been a bit of head tennis in this game already. At least the pitch is in better condition than it was under Brandywell. Could be Lenny, yeah, because I was speaking to him actually 3 weeks ago and he said he was about 3 weeks away, to be honest. But he's been training the last couple of weeks. Be nice to have him on the bench and to introduce him, wouldn't it? And get a bit of fitness into him then over the first having a go here at Sligo over the break as such. Trying to congest the midfield and Doc Benson. That's a bit wasteful. Benson's out on the left a lot, interestingly. Yeah, good referee. I don't think Shields is much wrong here. Manny Smith is away here. That was an opportunity, but I don't know why he plays it so far. Obviously, he mishits it, but frustrating. The $1 million question, Lenny. Every fucking for the last couple of weeks, you think the Dundalk will appoint a new manager soon? Who knows? There's no. There seems to be no. I'm not really hearing anything either. There seems to be no. If they have someone lined up, it's been kept under wraps, and there's a lot of sources at Dundalk that often would have something, and I'm hearing nothing. So I don't know. They do have the break coming up as well, so I'm not really sure what they're after. I mean, the David Healy one has died there, and I think he rejected it, seemingly. Decent ball out to the left of Birmingham and flicks it on towards Benson. Birmingham again. Okay, decent football by Pascal, quick football, but good defending that time by Dundalk. And it's a corner, I think. I'm there in the morning. I'd take it for 3 months. Get sacked. Get a decent wage. That's what Gio, or I've forgotten his name. Filippo Giovanni did. Corner for pass. Taking a short though. What's Sam Bone doing out here for a corner? Metney wins the corner. Why wasn't Sam Bone in the box for the corner? It's very congested in the middle of the park, this game, guys, isn't it? I thought Pats would be well on top there with extra numbers, seemingly. But Dundalk aren't playing with much width, actually, at all. So their wingers seem to be inverted a lot when Pats have the ball, particularly. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Corner for Pats, Benson left foot. Decent. Oh, nice little flick on, but nothing came there of it, I suppose. Go pressing from Pats here. They're getting caught. They might get away with it. They got away with that, Dundalk. It's a free kick, and it is a free kick, but Jesus Christ, they were on the dodgy line there where they could have been dispossessed. The other side from Dundalk's point of view, the fact that they are playing two up front, McMillan and Hooban, also means that they haven't been great defensively at all this season, but you'd feel Pats could get at them. But, Pats are kind of relying more or less on King and Smith to do that, because as I said, Mountney's in okay so far in the going forward aspect. Birmingham, but I'd like to see a Benson or Forrester. Forrester obviously is quite deep, and looking at him, he's trying to get in the ball. Wander into the box occasionally as well. Bit of a boring game so far. Yeah, compared to Sligo and Hearts, certainly. Yeah, I think it's just very frantic. If you get me, it's not much space out there at the moment, I have to say. The Dundalk working an awful lot harder than did against Bowls. Poor ball. A few times Pat's in decent position, just poor foot passes. Sure, what Jared Bryan was saying there, to be honest. Benson on the ball for Pats. Lennon out to Birmingham. We've seen an awful lot of the ball, Birmingham, actually. But the problem is when you've no real forward up there that's poor from Lennon, but Pat's got it back. Birmingham, he looks like here's Billy King wants to cross it, but he's forced to come back because he realises, that was a good cross. No one with striker instinct there, though. No one with striker instinct. Yeah, I think he's a bit tired, Lenny. All right, Coughlin was a bit tired as well, and last few games, not surprised he's not playing. Forrester could do with the break, definitely. Definitely do with a break. He's working hard though, but you'd like to see him more on the ball, obviously. Decent ball in behind Yaros. Did well. Wasn't sure where the ball was going after that. I think Pats, they're doing most of the running in this game, most of the possession, that kind of thing. Just can't really create anything, which is a little disappointing, I have to say, so far, because Dundalk, they're there to be got at, if you get me. It's a few times some situations where sloppy passing from Pats is let them down. Again, the ball's gone back out to Ian Birmingham here. Yeah, seen that. Pats are pressing well. Yeah. Yeah, no, it is annoying. Yeah, the boys' co-commentary is a little bit annoying. Oh, Jesus Christ. What was that, Bermal? Fuck's sake. They're getting into good positions, Pats, actually, but then it's a bit like they don't have the final product there, and there's a lack of instinct there, in my opinion. Any goals elsewhere in the first division? As you were, I think. Just refresh that. Yeah, Wexford still 1-up at Cavendish, Athlone 1-up against UCD, goalless elsewhere, and Derry are leading in Drogheda. Yeah. Pats are pressing well and shown. Yeah, they are absolutely just they need to somehow unlock Dundalk. King and Smith are working hard, but there's a lack of forward instinct there, I think. Mountney crosses it, comes out to Benson. He's looking for someone, but there's no one there. Here's a chance for King. Word a hit, well blocked by Dundalk. Dundalk are actually letting go Pats. I've been saying Birmingham has been on the ball a lot, and Mountney actually in the wing back positions, which in recent games Pats haven't really done that with their wing backs high enough the pitch, in my opinion. But Dundalk are letting Pats have it wide because they know if they're going to cross it into the box, that there's no threat. You've got Smith, who's quite small, obviously, and King. I know he scored a header against Derry, but that was different. That was an isolated one-on-one type header. But Dundalk know if to get enough bodies in the centre that Pats are going to find it difficult. They're wide again, though. Matty Smith is wide himself, gets it in. Decent cross, but again, you've no one kind of there. Decent ball with Smith that time. King. Rash from King. Pats have definitely been a better side in the first 25 minutes, it has to be said, though. They're lacking a focal point, though. And even when Coughlin plays, I think sometimes they lack a focal point because Coughlin isn't used in that sense. That would be my one pet peeve of Pat so far this season is I don't think they've used Coughlin in the right manner overall. And a few crosses coming into the box there, but no focal point for me. But aside from that, doing all the pressing. Bowes Waterford. I think Bowes will win, but I don't think it'll be 4-0 like someone suggested. I did see some decent stuff from Waterford in the first half under their new manager, Mark Bircham, where they actually tried to get in the ball. Because there's some nice footballers, like Adam O'Reilly, Shane Griffin and that. But even with the Voy out and that, Levinson might come in. But I think Bowles should have more than enough and probably win 2-1, 2-0 or something like that. Shelburne won up against Galway. And Athlone 2 up against UCD. Pat's on the ball again. Birmingham can't get there. So there's been a couple of goals there. God, I've been disappointed. Yeah, I mean, I actually don't think their squad is good enough to challenge. I just thought they would challenge because Caulfield came in and done such a good job when he came in that I thought he'd have them up there. But if they're tonight, like that's them without a doubt. They'll probably get into the playoffs, though, but without a doubt not winning the league. Corner for Dundalk here. Upsets. You serious? Yeah. It could do. So what happens, Philip, if Dundalk score in injury time to win 1-0? Are you pissed? Philip's a Dundalk fan, by the way. Decent slog. It can be dangerous in the air. Mountney hooks it clear. First bit of pressure in a while now, has to be said for Dundalk. Stanton gets it back in there, but clever header that time from Barrett, to be fair. And Lennon gets on the ball. Sorry, not Forrester. I don't know what Lennon's trying to do. He's trying to play a long ball to Matty Smith, who's been marked by 3 people. Birmingham again on the ball. Ooh. Is there anyone in the box, though? This is the question, and there isn't. Not trying to come into it now. 30 minutes gone. 0-0. Michael Duffy on the left. Nice ball back inside. Stanton has time to pick out your Koskis on the right. You might get a cross in there. Hooban and McMillan are dangerous in the air, so comes out. Ooh, Duffy, good block, I think, by Bowen. Yeah, Darry, I tell you what the issue is there, though. Birmingham's looking dangerous, but Dundalk are letting Birmingham have the ball because they know the Pats don't really have much of an aerial threat or a striker as such in the box. So they're letting Birmingham, they're sacrificing letting Birmingham have the ball and almost allowing them cross it into the box, if you get me, and trusting that they'll deal with that. Now, if Pats had McMillan or Hooban in the box, Dundalk probably wouldn't do that. But that's one of the reasons why Birmingham's on the ball a lot. Here comes Matty Smith, King. And Pats just have to be a bit more creative in their creation, I suppose. Smith is out wide here. Who's in the box? So, well blocked, but nobody in the box. Mountain tries to cross it. Runs for Benson. Birmingham. He crosses it again. There's no one going to win those crosses. This is the problem. All pass chances are crosses. Here come Dundalk. Michael Duffy in the counter attack. Turns inside. Michael Henny pass stretched a bit here. McMillan. Fucking stupid goal. Shot. Sam Bowen. Look, it's a lucky goal in terms of Sam Bowen knocks it into his own net, but Pats were stretched. Pats were stretched there, big time. Yeah, Lenny, you do, but Pats were stretched, I have to say. They got stretched there big time, and it is unlucky, but it happens sometimes when you get stretched. This is the worry for Pats, I think, now. I don't think Pats scored 2 goals, to be honest. You know, they've had a lot of the play, etc., but they've no focal point. As I said, Birmingham looking dangerous because Dundalk are letting them have the ball because they know there's no threat inside the box. So, you know, you could argue Pats had a better team, but I don't know. The issue is for Pats, I think, they have to go in front in games because they're not going to score enough goals. Dundalk are poor enough defensively, I think, in general this season, but Pats a lot on the ball, but there's no... just don't look like scoring. They don't look like really creating either. But one of the issues was there as well that Birmingham lost it high up the pitch cheaply as well, and that was the killer for them, to be fair. Chair Brian just mentioned what I mentioned there about the crosses into the box. You just said what I was saying there, guys. Too many crosses from Pats, no threat in the box. You're safe enough because the BB hasn't given away his goal per game. Yeah, but Philip, Pats have to have a shot. If you think of all, like, you know yourself from watching Dundalk, you think all the pressure Pats have put on as such with the ball and attacks and areas they've been in and how bad Dundalk defensively have been this season, and Pats haven't had a shot. It's pretty poor in that regard, in my opinion. It's just getting the ball out wide to Mountney and Birmingham in particular, and hopeful crosses into the box to nobody, which I highlighted probably about 20 minutes ago, but we keep doing it. So, there's no. Yeah, Jared Bryce was saying that again as well. They need to work it in. Forrester, Kenny. Again, we're going out left. And see, Dundalk are letting us. That's great. We'll give it to Birmingham. What's he going to do? Crossing into a box to 4 or 5 of our players. Fine. That's what they're thinking, though. Like, Pats don't need to up the tempo or anything like that. Their tempo's fine. They just need to change something in terms of there's nothing up front. If you're getting crossed into the box, you need to have a striker. Like, you can't have Dundalk are just tactically Dundalk are just trying to make sure, and I've said this 20 minutes ago as well, probably longer actually, that Pats don't come through the middle. And they're doing that very well, to be fair. Exactly, Lenny. They just don't. There's no, like, as I said, the easiest thing for Pats to do is get a wide cross into the box to nobody, because it's easy to do that. But look at the way Dundalk are, if you're watching now, how compact they are through the middle. They know that. They're happy to let Pats have it wide. It's something I do when I play as well these days. Like, I can't play now because I broke my ribs. But, I'm always saying, let them have it wide. Just make sure they don't get through the middle, because you can't score from out wide, if you get me. Again, we're looking for Benson this time out left, but still, it's that ball to the left again. Here's Mountney to King. They need to. I don't know. I know it's been tired in my opinion, but Coughlin on a half time, tell them to play centre forward. Do not move that much. Don't go left, don't go right, don't come into your own half. And play centre forward. Get Matty Smith out left, get King out right. At least play the players in the proper positions. It might help first. I think that's going to trickle out for a goal kick for Dundalk. Dundalk be delighted. They've worked hard. I was going to say taking their chance, but you know what I mean. They've worked hard. They've been on the back foot a little bit, but they're also kind of comfortable defensively. I think. Along 2, UCD1, Kerrigan's got one back, and Drogs are still 1-0 down to Derry City. Not if Jake's watching, probably not, but I wonder how the Drogs game is going in terms of pattern and that. Here comes Dundalk. McElhenney on the right, trying to cut inside as he does. Headed away when it comes to Sloggett. Stanton on the ball. We've got 5 minutes. Jesus Christ, the offside flag is up, but what the hell are Pats in there? Duffy nearly gets in, but I keep thinking a replay is going to come. You know the way, well, Pat's made the balls of that as well. I have to say now. They just look like Dundalk. They've more strings in their bow going forward than Pats, don't they? To be honest. Pats have most of the ball, as I said before, and are trying to do a lot of the pressing. But for the most part, if you look at it, Dundalk are letting Pats have a lot of the ball until they get into a certain area. They're even willing to sacrifice, as I said. What a baby was in there, but anyway. Yeah, but they're even willing to sacrifice the space out wide. But once it gets near central areas, Dundalk are on it quickly, to be fair. Like a light. And are dealing with everything comfortably. Wonder who's how's it going, man? How are you? I think he's working Coughlin on a half time. Unless he's carrying an injury. If he's carrying an injury, then bring Melvin on a half time. Get a presence up front. You know, but don't put Coughlin on and put him left wing and right wing and bleeding, you know, playing as a false nine. It just, you know, give Dundalk something different to worry about. And they're defending deep Dundalk as well because they know that Smith and King are capable of getting in behind with their pace and that. A scoreboard for streams. Any news? Am I supposed to have news, Jake? Here's Benson anyway on the left. Again, he looks at Birmingham, but what's the point? Yeah. I mean, I don't know how good Melvin is, Dara, but at least he's a striker. You know, get a presence up there. It's just not working that like at all. And Pats look like the team, as I said before, when they go behind that, it's unlikely they're going to get two most of the time. They could do one before half time in that sense, but then you probably won't make changes if that's the case. But he needs to do something. Same thing over and over again, not working. Good ball! How's he not score? I'm not sure how ball misses that. I know it's a corner, so I'm not sure what happens, but still, you should be finding the net there. Oh, sorry, man. Could you kiss it? I probably could, Jake, but the problem is you have to pay for that stuff, so I don't know if I'm bothered. I'll be honest with you. Gone for a bit. Come back. Shell's 2 off, yeah. Benson with a corner. Pats look like if they're going to score, it's going to be from a corner, isn't it? Or a free kick. Dundalk, I have to say, defended that corner well, though, to be fair. Lennonson well there, great win back, but Dundalk did well there. Oh, Smith, what is he doing offside? Why is he offside? Hello, Dean. How are you? Patrick, you joined the watch today. Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah. We're talking about. I am indeed, yeah. But I do streams for I don't just do Pat streams. I do like this is the only second time I've actually done Pats this season, by the way. I do streams. I've featured every team's featured in a stream in a watch along stream this season. For example, so it's actually the only second time I've featured Pats on a live stream, to be honest, this season. Free kick Pats, like they're working hard, don't get me wrong, the effort is there, but just it's not even a case of the lack of quality. It's a lack of attacking forward, basically. Derry, no, I could have attended Drogheda actually in Derry, but I didn't tonight now because I don't know, I cracked a few ribs, so I did, to be honest, playing football, and it's just not any movement is still very, very sore. Like, so just my head wouldn't be there, to be honest. You can talk about Dundalk all you like, that's no issue. Talk about what you want. Guys, if you just joined, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It'd be fantastic. Cheers. What's Brian saying now? Something about Dundalk management wise, is it? Here comes, I don't know. Interesting. 1 minute. You feel like it could be 10 minutes though, and Pat still wouldn't create anything. They need to change it up at half time. They can't. Like, when I see the team first, Smith up front and King kind of off him. There's no presence up front. Smith is a winger anyway. End of story. That's best position, particularly in the left wing. That's where he made his name for Waterford as such. Played well there. Got his best game for Pats in the left wing as well. Here's Mount. What's the point? Cross. Nobody there. 1-0 at half time for Dundalk. Do they deserve it? They don't not deserve it, if you get me. Probably a draw would be a fair result at half time, but Dundalk are happy to let Pats have the ball in wide areas, knowing the Pats haven't got much of a presence or getting enough bodies in the box either, letting them cross it into the box. Dundalk's goals had a slice of fortune when it hit ball and went in, but Pats were stretched. It looked dodgy before that. He is indeed at the game, yeah. But I'd like to see Pats get Coughlin on, play him up front properly. Not playing left, right, fucking as a false line. Get him up front. Get Smith in the left, King on the right. I think Pats might have a better opportunity because Dundalk are just happy to let Pats have it through the middle. Or through the middle, wide. Don't nullify Pats well, but scored off same attack. Yeah, but that's fine there. Like, that's their game plan. That's what they try to do. That's their game plan. That's what they're trying to do at half time. Just want to try and check the other results while I'm here. Our score lines at half time. Wexford doing well. 1-0 up at Cabinteely. Shells 2 up against Galway. Brennan again scoring, and Michael O'Connor there. Wexford, Cod Robinson got the goal. Athlone 2, UCD 1. McKenna and Barnes, Kerrigan for UCD. And as I said, Derry, not half time yet, I think. Patching has given them the lead at Drogheda, but I don't think that's half time yet. It's also not half time at Cove yet, where it's 0-0 between Cove and Cork. 3-0, Bray 0 at half time. The first game was 0-0 and a terrible game apparently, so I wonder if this is any good. Manager do well for Ireland. I don't know. I don't think he'll play, Jack, to be honest with you. I'll be honest. I don't think he'll play. Will he feature as a sub? Maybe, but I think Jamie McGrath would be more likely to come on ahead of him. I'll just turn it off for now because I don't know why, but the Watch a Lie halftime noise does my head in. What time is it? So use my telly the second half starts anyway. But, get your questions in there, guys. Any questions about anything related to League of Ireland or Ireland, get them in there while it's half time. What do you make of the game so far? Anything really. I think Drogs 0, Derry 1, not half time yet. Just getting a few messages here, text messages here. The Dundalk fans, are you happy with the performance? A bit more steel being shown, you would suggest, which is something that I've been critical of Dundalk so far this season, lack of steel. And I'm not being funny, but I think a lot of the reason is they've dropped a lot of their new signings, so they've only 2 or 3 playing. You need to ease some of these players in, I think, not just throw them all into the team at once, which they've done. I think they've paid the price a little bit for that. But I think they'll be happy with their work rate in this game, and the game plan is quite clear from them. Force passes out wide, limit them to crossing the ball, and we'll deal with it quite comfortably. In which they have. I don't think Pats had a chance, guys, in the first half. I know Dundalk haven't had many chances either. But they're not playing. They're playing in a way that they're playing counter-attacking, so they do look more dangerous coming forward at Pats, even though they've done it less. Pats, no, they haven't had a shot on either. Sam Bowen, actually, the header from the corner. I did say they have a better chance of going for a bloody corner or something like that. I'm not sure what happened. The replays, it's a killer, and even the angles aren't great sometimes, the camera angles. But he looked like he should have scored, but I don't know if he hit off someone wide or what, but the corner was given. And guys, just reply to somebody here. Hang on. Yeah. So yeah. Oh jeez. Half time, yeah, first division, yeah. Still 1-0 at Derry. I don't know if Jake is watching still, but not half time in Drogheda. Are they behind a little there? Seemingly it's not half time yet at United Park. And if anyone's watching Drogheda and Derry, I probably should have stuck it on there actually, but it's probably going to be half time in a second now. I just assumed it'd be half time there. Probably as soon as it turn on. How is it going, guys? Generally, the Drogheda Derry game, if anybody knows. And it's half time. They're a little bit behind, so I might catch the end of that before I leave the stream if the Pats Dundalk game is finished beforehand. Japan, by the way, won 10-0, guys. Incidentally, just thought I'd throw that out there. Italy too, San Marino 0 in the friendly. Don't know. Bit of a funny Italian team, actually, but still. Tomorrow, of course, with Bowes and Waterford and Longford and Shamrock Rovers, guys. What are you saying for that one? How do you think that one will go? I'm just going to go on the Pat's Facebook page to see what they're saying, if they're saying what I've been saying or what. We probably just need to suffer a bit and grind out a win. I don't know. Yeah, Kyle, I think actually Dundalk grinding out a win would be the best result all around for them rather than even winning a 4-0 or something like that. I don't see it, but you never know. I think their tactics are working brilliantly, as I said. I think Pats are playing into their hands as such, to be honest. Let's try and say, what's the streaming commentary after the break? The club. What? Oh, after the break, sorry, yeah. There's nothing actually really on the page. Nobody's saying, the Pats fans are quiet. They're not saying much. Not saying much. Did anyone see the game earlier on today, guys? Finn Harps and Sligo, 2-1 to Sligo. Deserved. Probably just about. Finn Harps stopped playing well, though. I do think they played well. McGinty made an excellent save near the end to keep them in it. So if Harps equalised, you wouldn't have begrudged them the point. So from Sligo's point of view, they're the wins that you're delighted with. It's a tough game, and you end up coming out with a win. And Sligo have proven again that they're capable of that in a number of games, particularly winning in Shamrock Rovers. To win in Shamrock Rovers, then you're probably saying to yourself, from their point of view, they're probably saying, right, we need to back that up and win our next match. And they did that. So you have to give them credit for that, to be fair. What's going on here? When's the Euro start? Does anyone know exactly? Time is a bit weird, isn't it? With the COVID stuff and things like that, you're kind of losing your sense of time. Great game in tonight. It wasn't it, Kyle? Sligo are looking good. They're looking better though by the week, aren't they? Kind of. They like in this game early in the second half, I thought Finn Harps were playing well. Well, they're playing well for a lot of the game, but just at this point, I thought they played well. But Sligo, you felt like we were going to score on a counter or something, and they just when they come forward, they look like scoring nearly every time, I think. And generally, defensively, very good this season as well. They have the best defensive record in the league, so they have a nice mix at the moment. Good midfield there. Great bullshit. Excuse me. experience, but playing excellent football, playing some of his best footballs, or certainly up there. And sorry to be back there. And Moorhan has learned a lot from him as well. Very good young player, but he's going to learn a lot from Bulger too, to be fair. Tunde played well, actually, I thought, for Finn Harps, didn't he, guys? Thought he performed very well. Sean Boyd forced a stunning save from McGinty. I thought it was Foley, actually, but the volume turned down as well, so. I just seen someone from Finn Harps saying the purpose of Boyd is question mark, question mark, question mark. And although I don't really rate him, I mean, he did force a fantastic save from McGinty. If he scores that, he's a hero. So. Interesting. And the Fabi fellow was running right for South Crook. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he looks like an awkward customer, doesn't he? But that's a good thing. So Pats could do with an awkward customer in this game, to be honest with you. They need someone there in the box that can ruffle a few feathers. Like, I think that's what they're lacking in this game. But yeah, I mean, Tunde Oluwabi definitely ruffled a few feathers in that game. As you said, could have had a few goals. He looks like the type of player, though, that he can do a lot of good work and then miss a sitter. You know what I mean? But he's certainly causing problems. Someone's messaging me back. I'm excited. Buffering. Crossing the. You know what's funny when someone sends you a text message or whatever, a messenger, and it's buffering for ages, I'm thinking this is going to be an essay, and I come back with a little thing with one sentence at best, 4 or 5 words. What do you make of the break, guys? You happy with the break, or would you rather no break? I think a lot of the squads, I think, would rather a break, to be honest with you. I think Pats in general have been looking tired. They haven't looked in this game, by the way, but they've had a few games they look fatigued. The squad is very small, so I'd welcome a break from their point of view. Sligo wouldn't want a break because they're in Cloud9 at the moment. They're flying. So it kind of depends on what state you're in, whether you want a break or not. I know Pats' next game on the 12th, I think it is the 12th, is away to Longford. I'd rather play Longford, if I'm honest, though, next week, kind of a thing, because I think Longford could do with the break, to be honest. They work very hard. Pretty much the same 11 goes out in the pitch every week. And they're probably not playing with confidence at the moment, even though they're working hard. So, yeah, that's what I think, anyway. I think he is. He's not on the bench, so he must be injured. Yeah. Is he on the bench? I didn't think he was on the bench now. I'll have a look again. Yeah, he's injured apparently. Yeah. Yeah, he looks useful, doesn't he? Hang on a second. And not in the squad for the last 3 games. Yeah, he must have only played 2 games because he was suspended, wasn't he? Maybe 3 games. After the Bulls game. Yeah, a bit funny, all right. I'm not sure what I thought of it, Craig. I thought it was a bit Waterford Whispers-ish. What did you think yourself? It was a weird one, wasn't it? It's bending down. It was a weird one, wasn't it? I didn't really... I kind of laughed it off, to be honest. I didn't really think about it very deeply, put it that way, to be honest with you. But it was kind of funny. Yeah, but his point about the clear-out part was... it's kind of contradictory in a way, because I was saying how they need more of the players that have played with them for a while playing, and if you are bringing in new players, you need to introduce them slowly. But him saying they need a clear out can't suggest to clear out a lot of the new players. But yes, he's playing a lot of the old players in the last few games, so I thought it was, I don't know, it was really funny. We have to let them win. Oh, God almighty. For me, though, he made the signings, re-signings, so he's contradicting. That's what I'm saying. He is contradicting himself. I don't really know what he means really in terms of context. Sometimes when you see something in text, you don't get the context. Yeah, but you see, that's the problem with the new players. You can't let them go as such because they're all on contracts. And this is the problem. You bring in a lot of these players now on decent contracts, at least 2-year contracts, 3-year contracts, that who's going to buy them? Who's going to pay a fee for them? Kind of stuck with them, unless they agree mutually to leave the club. But they don't have to do that, they should have kept Adamusu, to be honest with you. Trying to think of any other goalkeepers that could bring in if they were to look to bring in goalkeepers. Plenty of goalkeepers in the league that have a bit of quality. But this is the thing. They probably look for someone from bloody Azerbaijan or something, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just a mess. They might win there today, but it's generally a mess. I wouldn't say they're working extremely hard today, particularly off the ball. And McGinty's quality, yeah, but would he go there? Would they even look to bring him in? And that's the problem because they're not looking for the right type of player, in my opinion. If there's going to be a clear out, it's Shields, it's Hooban, it's Duffy and McElhenney and players of that leaving the club. It's the players that have been there and done it. I'm not sure that's right or not, but that's fine if you're introducing the right players. But I don't know, it's not happening there. But in this game, in fairness to them, their work rate. Let's be back on there, guys. Their work rate has been very good in this game. And as I said, they've been kind of comfortable in terms of Pats have I didn't even know the second half was started. There's an injury here, anyway. But yeah, Pats haven't really offered a lot in terms of creation. As I said, the plan is get the ball out to Bermo and cross it into nobody. Dundalk are happy to let that happen. I'm guessing no change to half time, guys. I haven't. I missed the start there, I have to be honest. Doesn't look like there's any fucking changes. Thought Pats would make a change, to be honest, at least something up top, but a bit frustrated by that, if I'm honest. Like, Smith up front still. Oh, for sake, Smith. Or Smith, sorry, Kane. Was that Macmillan there, actually, was it? You're talking like €1. What's €1? One full time. Possibly, yeah, possibly. Be interested to see if Dundalk. I don't think they'll change their approach in the second half, but will they look to get more on the ball? Oh, you have the super chat, is it? Oh, thanks very much, pal. Fair play to you. This must be the super chat. Fair play. Thanks very much for that. I thought a different thing came up. Sorry. Oh no, 2-0. Oh. I've also missed the goal, guys. What actually happened there? Yeah, it is game over. Thanks for that, by the way, man. I thought a different thing came up forward, like. Anyway, 2-0. Macmillan got the goal set up by Hugan, apparently. Did I even see it? Apparently it was a good goal. Yeah, I heard it was a good goal. You knew that was coming up, did you? Fair play to you. You can't see Pat scoring, can you? Great build up, yeah. See, this is the issue with Pats, and I've seen them a lot of games this season. They kind of have to go in front in games. But with no actual striker up front, I mean, the plan was crossing into the box and nobody. It's just not happening. There's Gallagher. How are you, Manuel? Guys, if you just joined and haven't given a thumbs up, please consider giving a thumbs up. Be fantastic. What else? Subscribe if you're new as well, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Be fantastic as well. Trying to get to 3,000. I don't know what I'm on now, but I think I'm on 2,930 when last I checked. I'll have a shot. The angles aren't great, though, are they, guys? The camera angles either. You know the way you're not sure exactly what happened an awful lot of the time, particularly picking it up in this game for some reason. 700 subs away. 70 subs away. I think you meant to say, isn't it? Yeah, Lenny. I'd still think Lenny that Bowles will get into Europe personally, or top 4. Oh, Barrett the header cleared off the line. They're not scoring from corners. Like, your two best chances have been from corners, haven't they? I'm hoping that 700 subs away. Yeah, I bet 70 away. Anyway, if I'm at 30 still, obviously it could be 29 or 31. Sometimes people just drop off. It happens. And sometimes, you get more than that. So. In fairness to Pats, it's not like they're playing badly. It's not like the Pats are playing badly in this game as such. There's no cutting edge there. But I think O'Donnell's made a mistake in that sense. And I do think he plays musical chairs at the front line too much. And nothing's quite clicking in that sense. But they'd be disappointed conceding the 2 goals. As you said, the second goal well worked. The first goal was disappointing, but they were stretched. And they have conceded a few the last few weeks. How are you feeling, man? How are you? Yeah, seen the game as well. It's a really good open game of football. I suppose Sligo grounded it out in the end because McGinty made a superb save to keep things level. Like Hearts played well as well. So when you win a match when the opposition plays well, it always feels good too, I think. Shell's 3-0 up the front. I think Shell's going to walk the league. Pass. Actually, bring a striker on when we're 2-0 down. Good stuff. Coughlin comes on, probably to go left and right wing for most of the match. It does my head in that, I have to say. Half certainly made. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Who do you think played well, Fionn, overall for Sligo? McGinty, obviously, scoring both games. I think it's still Drogheda 0, Derry 1. And obviously Pats are 2 down at home to Dundalk here. Yeah. You see the year after coming from 2 down against Athlone to get 2-2 as well. And Wexford are leading 1-0 at Cabinteely. I predicted Wexford to win, by the way. Lenny, yeah. But Lenny, their squad is actually stronger, isn't it, than it was last season, to be honest. But things went right last season. If you look at players like Gary Deegan and Daniel O'Reilly, how Daniel O'Reilly couldn't get into that Shelburne team is bizarre. Like, he's been excellent for Drogheda, and Deegan has been excellent for Drogheda too, as an example. So, yeah, surprisingly, Fionn, actually, yeah. But I don't think they were protected very well, Fionn. Here comes Manny Smith. Does he why do you, I don't get that, right? You've got 2 players in the box who are in a position to potentially score, and Smith decides to belt it across the goal with power. If you're not watching, one of those type crosses. Why? You're not beating a man. There's no man to beat, so there's no need to hit it with so much power. Like, you know what I mean? That's frustrating, I have to say now. Yeah, I thought McCourt was good as well, Fionn. I think he's been very good this season. He's been a 7 out of 10 nearly every game, if you get me. So he hasn't been, say, a standout in weeks as such, but he hasn't had a bad game either. Like, he's been very solid there, like McCourt as well. So he's going under the radar a bit times. Here's Coughlin out in the fucking left. I'm sorry, but it does my head in. Still no goals between Treaty and Bray. I don't know what mountain he's in there. He needs to know where he is. Jeez, McCourt dirt at Bowes. Yeah, and he's very good at Waterford, Lenny. So he's really... Coughlin. See, we look a bit more likely... I don't know how many Dundalk fans are here that are watching now, but Pats look a little bit more dangerous. Like, dominating the first half possession-wise, but they look a bit more dangerous now. But you're 2-0 down, you're looking more dangerous. It does me head in. Lenny, not really, no, because I think Man City will win. So, they should be scoring there, Mountain. I think Man City will win. So it almost feels like the nerve pressure is off there. Here's Billy King. Yeah. So he hasn't had a shot yet, has he? Like, Pats have had a few shots, but they haven't hit the target. I think literally they haven't actually hit the target. He hasn't made a save either, has he? Yeah, it's Billy King again doing well, but Coughlin... Smith's going to win the ball, but what you can do there with about 6 defenders around them. But that means there's space elsewhere. Good ball. Lewis should be scoring. Yeah, do you see him? Yeah, it's gas, isn't it? Who's the guy with the bleeding vlog thing, though? Is it frustrating when that happens sometimes, guys, when you see teams like that? Like, it almost takes, you go 2 down and suddenly you start creating good, decent opportunities, like, you know? Coughlin. Pats need a goal scorer, Fionn. Coughlin isn't really a goal scorer, but he's a good player. But I find it annoying. See what O'Donnell's doing at times, right? He's playing King a lot of the time, Smith and Coughlin, but he's changing them like musical chairs, their positions every 2 seconds. I'd still rather have Coughlin more throughout the middle as such, where he can link up. And at Sligo, he did that very well with others. Smith was better at Waterford in the left wing. I don't think we do that enough. We don't play Smith in the left wing, and we don't play Coughlin centrally enough. He just changes it a bit too much for my liking. I can understand why it's done, but I think it's a bit overkill. I want to see Coughlin mainly through the middle, in my opinion. Would you say League of Ireland's better? Probably not overall. I think exactly, Fionn. Even though he's not going to score loads of goals for you, but he can link up well with others. I mean, he'd be ideal for Smith, but it's a bit frustrating. Like, you know, he kind of comes up all over the place. He works very hard, but he's clearly instructed to go left and right and come deep a lot of the time. Yeah, Lenny, that's it, spot on. But it annoys me when he gets moved right and left on that, which limits his impact. Yeah, he works hard, but limits his impact. His work rate is fantastic, yeah. Was there a question earlier? No, I think League Two is a bit stronger overall. I do think there's players. A lot of the teams would probably stay up in League Two, but I don't think they'd probably be at the top either. You know. These Pats are playing a little bit differently now. It's not just get the ball out to Bermo and get crosses into the box. But that's the introduction of Coughlin has helped that, and Smith has kind of moved out as well. So you're giving a bit of a focal point and a different threat to Dundalk, in my opinion. Lewis has actually done all right since he's come on. I'm a bit 50-50 about him generally, but I'd rather so inconsistent. Probably because the selections are inconsistent as well. For us, St. Patrick score 2-0 to Dundalk. Guys, if you're new on the stream, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It'd be class if you haven't already. Trying to get to 3,000. About 70 away or something. It's funny though, Pats have had the ball for most of the game, but Dundalk got the 2 goals. Like, you can't. Fuck's sake, Matty Smith. But at least he's in a better position as such. St. Patrick score. Yeah, it's 2-0. It's St. Pat's 0, Dundalk 2. Don't know if that's coming true. I don't think so. Coughlin reminds me of Colin Byrne. Nah, he's a bit different, I'll be honest. He's a little bit different. That'd be perfect for you, wouldn't it? Dundalk win and Pat score a late goal. Like, yeah. 1-0 drugs. King's Cross. Forrester's gone off as well. Get Ben McCormack on. 2-0 Wexford and Camanteely, guys. Doherty with the second goal there. Cove one up in Cork. I haven't checked for a while actually because of and Drogheda, as someone mentioned, 1-1 with Derry. I don't have an update of the score yet. I don't know if anyone else. Yeah, it was a little bit of a fluke, but the 5-1 as such, but not fluke. I don't want to say fluke, but bit of a freak result. You do get that at times, like, you know. Let's be honest about it. And I was always worried. The fact that Bowles beat them 5-1, I was actually worried about this game more so. To be honest, as far as they're gone off. No, what's going on here? Dundalk are going off, is it? Hubin? They're bringing on a midfielder. That makes sense, doesn't it? Can you not do more than 67 on Instagram, for fuck's sake? McDonald scored a penalty. He's top scorer in the league, isn't he? 7 goals. Why didn't Lyons take his? Lyons not playing. He usually takes penalties. Matthew, I don't know. You haven't got Facebook, don't you not, though? Let me think. What you could do, Matthew, is you could do one video of 1 minute and do another video of another minute, and I'll just edit it together as such. Do you get me? You could do it that way as well, roughly. Or if it's 2:20, do 1 minute and 20 seconds, whatever. Do it that way, maybe, actually. Exactly, Fionn. The second I seen that, offside. That said, like, I swear even misses that. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way, Matthew, if you don't have Facebook. I don't think you have Facebook, don't you? Not you were saying before, but yeah, Fionn, it's a nightmare when that happens, isn't it? But I think Pat's couple of things. Small squad. Overachieved a little bit first 9 games. Small squad, starting to show a bit now as well. And I don't want to say don't have cutting edge. They've created opportunities. It's not that it's they don't have the. Someone did say they need a striker. I know that, but they need, like, a lot of teams don't really have a striker as such. Like, you know, look at Sligo. How many, like, their striker Romeo Parks. I'm not sure how many goals he got this season. He hasn't got many though. Just thinking as well, I could upload another YouTube video. Probably be a bit messier. I'll be honest, Matthew. I think it'd be a bit messier. Trying to think. Just thinking as well, I could upload an unlisted YouTube video. I don't know. I'll message you after anyway. I'll message you after. Is Brian Kerr there, surely? Hang on, I need to text Keane here. Guys, if you've just tuned in, please give us a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind. It'd be fantastic. Greatly appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. It's new. I'm just messaging someone here. Sorry. Keane never answers me back when he's watching the match, even though it says he's on 2 minutes ago. Yeah, that's probably a possibility as well. I actually wear that days. Yeah, that's a possibility actually. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Fionn. But that's the thing. Sligo have goals mix around their team. Pats are creating chances. Not as if the striker is missing the chances. Do you get me? What's Lewis doing there? Fuck. Excuse my language, but that is far too heavy. Far too heavy. It's not looking good for them. Long for them, Waterford, it must be said. Remember setting up a Facebook account? Well, to be honest, that'd be easier. If you have a Facebook account, it would be easier because you just send it on Messenger. It's very simple, and I get people to send it on Messenger so I can just toggle through them all. And funny enough, sometimes I don't even because I know the people as such. A lot of the time, I like to mix it up as well. But sometimes I don't look at the video. I put it all together, and then I look at it after I have it done. He probably hasn't got one. Are you all right there at the door? There's a gremlin at the door. But yeah. Guys, apparently there's super chats as well. So if you're interested in donating a super chat, it'll be fantastic. You obviously don't have to, only if you like to. But I don't know how you do it or anything because nothing comes up on my side, so I have no idea how it works. I really don't. Like, it's ridiculous how you can't send videos longer. Yeah, it's a bit weird actually. Yeah, I haven't really noticed because I haven't really been using Instagram as such. But I think you can get away with 4 or 5 minutes on Messenger, on Facebook. But try and keep it 2 minutes because I often put a lot into the videos. So what I'm going to do is combine tonight's games and tomorrow's games and put them into one video. Here's Mountney. It's funny, Pats aren't playing terrible. King, great block. Super block from Boyle, to be fair. Have to give him credit there. It's been a good workman-like performance by Dundalk, I think. But at the same time, lucky wouldn't be the word, but Pats probably should be doing better in the final third. There's been opportunities for them. Not looking good for your team this weekend. I know Forrest is coming getting the ball deep, but I don't know at this stage. Get him up there, get him near the goal. Pat's no one, Dylan. Cocky Sligo bastard. No, I mean Pat's like it's a funny one. Who's coming on here? Melvin Lambert, yeah. Started playing well when it's the match reactions. Usually Friday evening, but because there's games on Saturday as well, I'm gonna save and put out Saturday evening. But it'll be out on the YouTube on the YouTube channel, so hit your bell notification button if you haven't done so. But if not, just check. Knows you're really funny. I was going to say Pat only started playing when the Dundalk went 2 down, but they didn't. They just looked a bit sharper in the final third when the Dundalk went 2 down. They were playing okay up to a point, but you know, BB hasn't made a save. If you think all the pressure Pats have put on Dundalk and BB hasn't made a save, that's the disappointing thing. Just a lack of players that can score goals, I think, to be honest. And the problem is the last few weeks they've conceded goals, so it's been really difficult for them. Starburns a good player. Darburns a very good player. Actually, he's a loss. He's been injured. He actually is more, in my opinion, he's more productive goal scoring wise than Burns and King, than King and Smith. Yeah, very good player. Cork, take the knee for Parks. You have to go. I think I did, Philip. I think I did. Someone donated, but I don't know how they donated. I'm not really sure how it works. It's good, baby. But that's what I mean. You know, from a Pat's point of view, you're thinking the goalkeeper, we need to test him out here, and there has been opportunities for Pats to do that, but just the shooting and finishing has been off. I won't be doing a front flip. Cracked ribs or no cracked ribs. Coming on. Both legends. Kelly's another one who might leave the club, by the way. Guys, if you just joined, give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. And once again, subscribe if you, it's Daniel Shields. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It'd be fantastic. Trying to get to 3,000. I'm close, but excuse me, I'm close, but it takes a while. Smith's working hard again, but no end product. I don't know what he's in there. Appeals for handball. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's handball personally. I think it's one of them. We appeal for handball and hope we get one. 2-1 Derry. 2-1 Derry. Let's have a look. Might as well have a look at the first division as well while I'm here. Hang on, corner for Pats. Benson's going to whip it in. They look like more. The best two. That says it all. Lewis's effort. But they look like their two best chance Pats have been from corners. Let's see now. Wexford 2 up. No changes in the first division anyway. 2019. Jesus Christ. That feels like bleeding years ago. Wexford down to 10 men. They are 2-0 up though. Jesus, I tell you, vlogging game, do match day vlogs. I know I've done a few other ones, but not with fans and that. But the actual vlogging the games, vlogging the games with fans feels like light years ago. Actually, it does. Light years ago. I'm sure it feels like that to people generally going to games, have fans as fans with supporters mixed and all that. It must feel like years, to be fair. Patching got another. He's playing very well for Derry this season, actually. Forrest was injured 10 minutes ago. I don't see how he's still not injured. There's no point, Get Ben McCormick on the pitch. I'm not sure, actually, if he's gone on. Not sure. Billy King. Nice dummy by the ref, to be fair. Birmingham makes a shot. Wide. Hang on, huh? 4K. What's this? How come I can't get you on there, Philip? Oh, there we go. 4K subscribers membership. Oh, 4K, yeah, only works at the game and it can't just set your videos to game in your 4K. Ah, okay. Oh, I don't know. It's one of those, Lenny, you feel like to be playing for 2 hours and they won't score. You know, that kind of way. How many clean sheets have Dundalk kept this season? Has anyone got that stat handy? I'd say 1 or 2 max. He's getting recalled in Dundalk in July. Really? Do you think so? Do you think they'll take him? They should, but Sarah, I don't know. Someone 2 up. That's true, actually. How come only Dundalk fans have come in here since the last 15 minutes or so? Some of them have been here, to be fair. I give them credit, but yeah. Philip, do you know how that super chat works? Can you even, is there a way you, because I can't see out in here, is there a way you can check even if you can actually, like, not send one, but see if there's an option to send one? Do you get me? Get some water for that, that is. Guys, once again, if you're watching the stream, haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It's free, and give us a thumbs up. It would be fantastic if you can. Pats are actually doing everything right in this game, bar create in the final third, which is the most important point, to be honest. But, like, you know, you're playing well to a point. It's frustrating, though. Oh, he has, in fairness. We talk United. What's her name, pal, actually? Benson out left across into the box. That was actually good defending by Shields. Good defending by Shields. I've noticed, like, in Chicor here at Richmond Park, like, there's more people at the ground than I've seen for a while. Yeah, that worked. Fair play to you, Philip. Good way for me to get you. I know, fair play to you. Honestly, I don't see. I can't see anything. Like, I don't know. Fair play to you for that. Honestly, I'll take that. I'll take the sympathy vote. I wouldn't be getting that if Pats are winning at 1 US. No, but I've no idea how. I need to check it out properly. Like, where does that go exactly? Like, as well. Like, do you know what I mean? Obviously, to YouTube, I think they take a percentage, and that I don't know. I really don't, because it's only a new thing as well. You have to get to a certain amount of subscribers, I think. It just came in my email the other day. Ouch. Shell's 4 up. Yeah, they're going to walk the league, let's be honest. Philip, I mean, you're there for the start. Yeah, something like that, Craig. I did, but I don't know where it goes exactly. I think, to be honest, YouTube are shy. YouTube don't give you anything really. Like, to be honest with you, buy bag of tissues in over tomorrow. No, but YouTube percentage. No, they definitely do, 100%. But I'm not really sure where it goes exactly. I think it just goes into your YouTube to give you something, and I think it just probably gets added to that, to be honest with you. But like, they don't, when they say something, I mean, they give you, I'd say if you get generally, what in terms of what I do, with what I get reviews and things like that, generally at best you probably get €50 at the end a year, probably at best. I don't even bother checking because there's no real point. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, bit poxy, I'll say, like, yeah, but I suppose it's understandable as well. The smaller you are, the less you get. But apparently, a few years ago, it's worse now, allegedly. Like, before I started there, I've seen quite a few people. What's going on here? Birmingham coming off. Who's coming on? Ben McCormack? No. Yeah, Ben McCormack. But not sure if you need for because that's in there not. Yeah, but there. Yeah, I like. Yeah, but exactly Cormac. But I've super chats there as well, but as I say, I don't know how it works because I can't see anything on my end regards it. I don't know what Philip does. What did you actually do, Philip, as such, to do that? Yes, because yeah, exactly, yeah. That's how I know it was his first Cormac, and then it came up. They've actually slightly less subscribers than I do, but it came up in my email 2 weeks ago. Like member only videos. Okay. Because it's a little bit annoying the way I can't see the process myself, like to get an idea myself, like if you get me. I have to go on one of LOI TV's actually things to see how it works. I think, to be honest, and that's the only way I can think of. Don't know what happened there. I've kind of lost the will to live in this game. I'll show you an Insta. Yeah, good idea. Because I just like to know, like, because they don't give you any thing here to. Looks like Dundalk going to run out winners here, guys. 2-0. It sounds like if you didn't see the game, they won it easily, but it's a weird one, isn't it? I mean, I'll try the fans of Turkish bots. Uh, it's a weird one, isn't it? Because Pats have actually played well to a point. They've had a lot of possession. They've gotten to good areas. They haven't taken advantage of the good areas. Dundalk defended fairly well, has to be said. Worked man for lead, which they haven't done for a while. I suppose you could argue took their chances when they came. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. It's a great result for Dundalk, but isn't there a Brazilian Shamrock Rovers page thingy yoke thing on Instagram? Cove 1, Cork 0. I said that ages ago. I forgot. Treaty 1, Bray 0 though. They've just scored. And Drogs are 2-1 down. We said that we'll patch him with 2 goals there. 2 seconds, lads. Yeah. Ballon Irlandez. Yes, something like 3-2. They're after getting 2. Yeah, look at the super stickers. Basic super chat. Have the super stickers. It's basically super chat, but you put a sticker in the chat. It's stupid. They put the sticker in the chat themselves, or do the people doing it put the sticker in the chat? I don't know. Show me on Instagram, because it's the fact that you, as the YouTuber as such, don't see anything. It just adds to the confusion of the situation. There's nothing you can see. Such. Could you imagine Treaty came up? Actually, they're doing very well. The funny thing is, I know their squad, like I know their players, and it's not a brilliant squad. Like it's a solid squad, but be interested to see by the end of the season. Obviously, a man is doing well, Tommy Barrett, to manage them. To be fair, if they got a playoff, it'd be an unbelievable season, I think, for them. Oh, stupid ball to Coughlin. You can send a super sticker. Okay. There's 2 options. Here we go. 2 options: a super chat or super sticker. Yeah, I knew that, but you can send super sticker, which has a little lamination on it. So I did. Okay. So it's just the same thing. Just the yolk has. I don't know. Anyway, both Derry and Drogheda are down to 10 men at the same time. Ooh, interesting. Jake, can we get our other correspondent on? What happened there? Who got sent off, Lenny? Do you know? Kerry Deacon and I know. I do have an update. Darren Cole got sent. Apparently, one was 81 minutes, Lenny, and one was 84. Do you know what's any more frustrating? If Pats for the score now, it's not nearly more annoying than not scoring. It says here one was an 81 and 84 though. I suppose it still could be from the same incident because it could be gone on for 2 or 3 minutes. To be fair, looks like Wexford are going to win in Cabinteely. You can't believe I predicted that right. You just had a weird feeling they would. Shelburne flying. Maddie got the third. Not sure who got the fourth. Darren Cole got sent off for Derry. Not sure about drugs. Yeah, I see that as well. At least it's late in the game. I'll watch that game back, but I might just toggle back to the last few minutes just for curiosity as well. Darren Cole talking crap to others as usual. Pats are never scoring, are they? Get that sense. Flicks from Mike Smith. What is he flicking to? Opinions to Michael Barker, my dad. Is he playing much though? Adiema got the other. Oh, for fuck's sake, Adiema. He's a bit fiery. That's why he doesn't play very often, to be honest. He's a bit fiery. Michael Barker, yeah, I mean, is he playing much for Shelburne at the moment, actually? Because I'll be honest, I don't really get to see too many like live. I see highlights of that in the first division. To be fair, I mean, you couldn't watch 10 games a weekend. I always watch the Premier Division games back, though, the ones I don't see. I think I missed 2 this season, actually. And one of them was 0-0 between Hearts and Longford. I just said I won't be bothered. It was a midweek game as well, so I didn't have to do team of the week for it or anything. What days is today, boys? Friday. So Saturday, guys, I'm going to have the match reaction type video out. By the way, if you're interested in doing any match reactions, anyone who hasn't in the future, let me know. Send me Instagram, Irish Footy Vlogs on Instagram. If you're not on that, guys, check that out as well, by the way. But send it to me on that. It's basically what you do is a 2-minute video reaction, send it in to me, and I put them all together into one video. I'm trying to think. Sunday, I'll probably have the Premier Division review show out. Monday, I'll probably have the First Division review show out. Then Tuesday, there's a bit of international content coming into play. I'll be doing a live stream. I'm not going to do the match because they're friendlies and such, but after match reaction and chat about Ireland, they're getting against Andorra and Hungary. I think that's the following. Sorry, it's Thursday and the following Tuesday. But I'll have content more or less every day next week, I think, to be honest. Yeah, I thought it was decent for bowls, actually. Match reactor. Professional match reactor. Love it. Be just a sickener if Dundalk got a third here at the end. It would just make it look worse than it was, though. But yeah, bit of international content coming up. It's going to be a video top 10 under 21s for Ireland, or favourite 10 more so than top 10. That's some other stuff just not coming into my head at the moment. But there's stuff nearly every day next week. I'll be doing a video about referees as well, by the way, regarding officials in the league as well. Oh, you see you've done it in the last minute. Scenes. They were 2-0 down as well, weren't they? Just can't write them off. What a win that is, by the way, for them. Oh, yeah, look for the free jersey. They kind of should have got one anyway, you feel. You see the culture's gone mad. Yeah, they're one fan with his flair. He's done well. BB made a balls of it. Complete balls of it. And I'm pretty sure Kane Menton was in stitches. At the back, he was in stitches. He can afford to laugh now, I suppose. You have to do something silly, BB. That's how he doesn't concede. No shot. That'd be the frustrating thing for Pats. It didn't force a save from him. All the play they had, and they didn't force a save from a BB. But after 4 this year, so I don't need it. What's this? You have the 4 jerseys. Well, different counts. A chance for a corner here for your jersey. It's 2-0 to Dundalk. There's a corner for Pats. If they score this, scenes. King whips it. Have a look. More like to score from. Oh, have they scored? No. The BB's away, clawed it away. It's game over. St.Patrick leg nil, Dundalk 2. From a Pats point of view, I'm disappointed. Let's be honest. I'm disappointed. I think. I'm just kind of, guys, I don't know if it's over, so I'm going to jump over before I leave the stream to Drogheda. Drogheda, yeah. Yeah, to Drogheda. Yeah, so we'll just look at, I'm just going to look at the last few minutes here. There's 2 minutes to go, allegedly, so, it's a free kick. It's I think it's a substitute here for Derry City. So they lead 2-1. This is a great result for Derry. I'm just going to look at the table quickly as well. And if Derry were to win this, which is looking likely. By the way, I said if Dundalk lost tonight, I thought that was Europe gone. So they're still in there in my view. They're still in there in my view. And do you know, I'm not ruling out Derry. Do you know, guys, if Derry win this as well, they're 5 points. Look at Ben something. Oh! Or something to say there. Yeah, I mean, they're 5 points, Derry and Dundalk behind. I'll check again. 4 points. This is 5 points behind Drogheda. So 10 points between Derry, guys, if they win this, and Longford. If Derry win this, guys, they're 10 points. They're 8 and 10 points out of 9th, right? To put that into perspective, they're 10 points behind second. They're 10 points behind second. Mental. But yeah, it looks like they're firing into the box there, Drogheda. Great result for Derry if they can hold on. Looks like they're going to hold on here, guys. Brendan Barnes is a useful player as well. I think that's it. That's something happened in injury time that I was unaware of. But Adamiss is going to hit this long. Nah, Derry hoofing away. The referee hasn't blown yet. Score finish. Pats were beaten 2-0 by Dundalk, and just watching the end of Derry draw the Derry lead 2-1. James Brown on the right here. Can he get across into the box? Campbell's well cleared, and the referee's blown the whistle. Good result, Derry. Yeah, I mean, that just to put into perspective again, guys, Derry 10 points behind Shamrock Rovers, who are second. Derry are 8th. All right, but they're 10 points out of Longford in 9th. This good game to watch back as well. It'll be interesting to see what the send-offs were about and that. But 6 points next. Philip, who are you playing next? Dundalk and Waterford, or Waterford and Longford. Dundalk need to go and win those matches, though, don't they? They actually need to go and win those matches. If they do, then it's good. I wouldn't say easy 6 points, Philip, because you know yourself what Dundalk been like this season. In fact, a lot of the time in the games against the lesser teams, they don't bother. Let's be honest. So, but it's an opportunity for them with the right attitude to get 6 points there. From a Pat's point of view, a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest, which I don't want to say the performance, the effort wasn't there, but they had a lot of the game and they were in good areas, but they didn't force a BB into a save. If Dundalk had dominated possession and had loads of chances, etc., fair enough. But for all the play Pats had, they didn't force a BB into a save, and that's disappointing. Dundalk, I thought, were very workmanlike, something they haven't been. Tim Clancy talking to the referee here. Yeah, but anyway, just looking at that again. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, so look, I think European race is back on big time. Pats are still in the race for me. You know, I think Dundalk in the race, Derry in the race, and Bows are in the race, in my opinion. I'd be surprised if Shamrock Rovers and Sligo didn't finish in the top 2. Not sure of the order. I do still think Rovers might win at Shamrock Rovers, that is. But I can't see anyone finish. I don't like Pats aren't going to finish above them. Pats are third, but they'll do very well to finish there, I think. You have to remember Pats were unbeaten in the first 9 games. They've lost 3 of the last 5 games. But you know, tonight they were all right. Like, they weren't bad, but you got to finish. I won't even say finish your chances, because there was more. It's not like they missed a lot of chances. They missed a lot of openings to have chances. Final ball, shots, wrong decision making, and that kind of thing. As I said, the BB didn't make a save, which is frustrating from that point of view. Yeah, they are, Philip. I do think their squad's a little bit. I did say at the start of the season. I didn't think Pats would get into Europe, and they may not get into Europe, but I did think their squad wasn't strong enough. But I think tonight you got it wrong, though. I know they didn't score in the end, but I think I know Coughlin's been tired in that, but playing Smith and King and behind Smith as a front 2 type thing wasn't really going to work to me. Like, Pats, Dundalk are very happy to let Pats have a wide to Birmingham and Mountney, particularly Birmingham. Forcing Pats across the ball into the box, and of course, who's going to win headers in the box? Matty Smith, Billy King? No. So yeah, Kyle, I can't see them steamroll in the first division. So you know what I mean. It's a tough one from that point of view. Dundalk, you know, the decent second goal, first goal. You know, Bowen gets unlucky, but at the same time, the Pats defence was stretched, in my opinion, and it was a dodgy situation. So Pats haven't defended the best in the last few weeks either, which means they have to get goals. So they're a bit anxious then. But overall, yeah, Dundalk will be very happy going into the break if they can win the next 2 matches, as someone says. That's not Georgie Kelly. He was poor for them last year. But yeah, going into the break. Look, we have 2 games tomorrow. We have, hang on a second, guys. Who have we got tomorrow? I know who we've got, but I just want to see the times. Yeah, Bowes and Waterford, same times. Bowes, Waterford, Longford, Shamrock Rovers. At 4 o'clock. I'll consider, guys, doing a live stream for one of those matches. For one of those matches, Bowes, Waterford, Longford, Shamrock Rovers. I think the Dundalk fan do. But I'm not sure which one to do, guys. So actually, do you know what, guys? Post in the comments before I go. Which match should I live stream? Bowls, Waterford, or Longford and Shamrock Rovers? Or do live stream? Do a flip and watch along, like. Okay, Kyle says Bowls, Waterford. I'll wait for a few more. Bowls, Waterford, Longford, Shamrock Rovers, guys. Which one will I... the first one to get to 3 wins, basically. Which one will I do the watch along for? Okay, there's a Longford Rovers there. Really, Lenny? Interesting. Lenny's a Bowls fan. Bowls, Waterford. 2-1, they lead. Guys, before I go, if someone's watching that hasn't subscribed, please consider subscribing. It'd be great. Like the video before I go as well. It'd be fantastic. I'm in a bad mood. Yeah, you did lose the Cove. Yeah, I can see that. Not Rovers anyway. All right, so I'm going to do Bowls Waterford tomorrow, live watch along, guys. So I'll do that. And I think I'll leave it there, guys. I'm tired now for all this talking. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the super chats, guys. And yeah, plenty of content coming up next week. I'll have those match reactions out tomorrow after the Bowls stream. Sunday, I don't think I'll be doing anything as such. There's definitely videos. Actually, Sunday there will be a video. There'll be the review show Premier Division. Monday will be the review show First Division. Tuesday, I think I'll have a video as well. I'm just not sure about the order yet. It's likely to have videos all week next week, up to Friday anyway. And cheers, Philip. Not fair play. And that's it, guys. I'm going to leave you to it. Have a great weekend. Thanks very much for tuning in. Again, thanks to people who subscribe, like the video, etc. And Jamie comes on now. Pat's piss poor. Yeah, Jamie, you have to do the fucking thing for me, the reaction. Dan Breen, how are you? And Bowls Waterford tomorrow, guys. I'll do another watch along. And thanks for watching. Fair places. Have a great weekend in the meantime, guys. See you later. Thanks again. Bye-bye now.